Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, NiNjahCheeto here. I'm going to cover a few important things and reminders y'all might want to take care of before maintenance. So let's jump into it. Alright, so one of the first things I want to cover this week with y'all is maintenance is actually being changed. It's going to be a little bit early this week, so this time here shown is the time that I'm in, is Eastern time. So it's going to be 3 hours earlier than normal. Typically maintenance happens at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And they're actually moving it forward a little bit to 6 p.m. Eastern time. And it's still supposed to end at the normal time of 3 a.m. Eastern time, so keep in mind converting this to your time zone. But during this time, you won't be able to log into the game, of course. Now, there's going to be several things going away with this maintenance here, which we'll go ahead and jump into. So with the maintenance this week, the seasonal quest is going to be ending, so any of the limited time tasks that you haven't completed yet, you want to make sure that you try to hit these and complete these. There's actually like a good bit of limited time tasks here that you could complete. Some of them are pretty easy to do too. You can see these are all going away January 24th. This is going to be going away at maintenance time. So saying that, the limited time task is also going to be ending as well, so this is going to be your last chance to go out there and run the limited time quest if you like this and just get some rewards from it. There's actually a first time completion bonus of 10 times special scratch tickets, so make sure you at least try to run it one time if you haven't. So this will actually be the last chance you have to progress your seasonal points at ZME as well. Now you can actually see on the screen here that the seasonal point trade and the mineral trade, both of these are going to be staying around until January 31st, so you get an additional week to actually exchange your points and minerals and stuff for all the items that she has here. But your ability to actually progress seasonal points is going to end this maintenance. So you want to definitely make sure that you go through and try to get all the stuff out of the shop here. I actually need to grind out some more of these points myself too. I've been slacking a little bit on this, but there's actually some really good stuff in here that y'all should get. All these Gigantics Precision, Might, and Technique capsules, I definitely suggest getting those. And of course the Mastery capsules as well. These are all worth a lot. The weapons in here are like pretty decent as well, and not to mention there's like some star gems and some other things. So definitely make sure that you all progress your points before maintenance time hits. And like I mentioned before, maintenance is going to be early too, so try to be on top of it if you can. Now I did want to mention there's actually some title rewards that you can get from seasonal as well. If you open your menu and you go to personal and then you go to title here, you can go and select this little orange drop box here and you can select limited time. And during limited time here, you can see I've already cleared all my limited time stuff, but if I go to achieved here, it shows ones that I've already achieved previously in the past. And right here in particular is Winter 23 Point Collector. Now if you look off to the right hand side of the screen there, if you get 100,000 seasonal points, you get a Tenebrous Almate camo, as well as 5-star gems and a title for First Snow. So make sure that you've acquired this title if you have not yet. Getting 100,000 seasonal points isn't too hard. It's not too much of a grind, especially if you're doing your limited tasks and stuff. You can grind a lot of points out in like Retem Randomite Map or over in the deck space and stuff in Stia. So next up, we're going to go ahead and cover a few things that you can get from the item trader. We're just going to go ahead and go to the first item trader on the left here in Central City. Item trader Travis. If you have Stia Expedition prep tickets, those are actually going to be going away with maintenance as well. A lot of you probably remember earlier, like last month, whenever these first got released, there was a bug with these. Since then they fixed the bug, so the bug's no longer there, and you can freely trade in for all your stuff that you have here that you want to trade in for. If you still have some prep tickets, I still need to trade in for some stuff here too, so definitely just try to grab this stuff up in here before it's too late. There's actually a camo here that's probably a really good suggestion to get a hold of. Actually, I have a feeling that some of the weapons that are in here, they're pretty niche. They have like the potential on them, they actually heal over time, so it could actually have like a little bit of a niche use in the future, not really as an attacking weapon, but possibly as like a heal stick perhaps, maybe. So I would definitely like suggest this to have like one weapon of your favorite class perhaps or something. Now as well, something else that will be going away that's in the item exchange here is the Arks record badge exchange here. These 3 camos that are on the screen, the Lumiere Almate CV, the Obscura Almate CV, and the Resurger Almate CV, all 3 of these are going to be coming to an end, so you won't be able to actually trade in for these anymore. And these camos actually look fantastic. They're really good camos. I really like these a lot. I'm pretty curious to see what the new camos they put in place of these will be. I'm sure there's going to be like 3 new camos probably put in. Now as well, just a weekly reminder in the item exchange, if you go down to the very bottom, You can trade in for 3 of these N-Augmentation success rate 10% items. It just takes 30 gold Prem swords to get 3 of these boosters. It's very worth doing, so make sure y'all do that too. And then lastly, the item exchange Stia. Make sure that y'all come in here and trade in for your weekly Alt Secret that's inside of here. Like middle ways into the trade, you can trade in for Alt Secret of 4. And these actually sell for pretty decent money on the player markets. Now it's going to vary ship to ship, and the prices of them can be pretty volatile, but usually it's a pretty decent little Meseta maker that you can get 10 per week. So there is one more thing I wanted to mention to y'all this week. I nearly forgot about this too, is Randomite. So make sure y'all go out there and break all your Randomite scattered around the map. Now I have this map here for makapo.com. It's a JP fanbase player site. And I'm going to leave a link in the video description below to this website so y'all can go here and find these maps that they have. They always post maps for the Randomite set locations, and we'll just briefly go over the maps here, so y'all can just pause the video and reference the maps on the screen with the Randomite locations in the game. Now here you would see would be the Aelio region, so all the little yellow dots represents the Randomite and Aelio. Now down here in South Aelio, if you travel to this Ryuker right here and you jump down, run behind the waterfall, there's actually a cave tunnel system here, and that's what these red lines represent. It's a cave system. And there's actually some Randomite inside the caves here, and as well on the left hand side over here in South Aelio as well, there's another little series of cave tunnels here that has some Randomite inside as well. Next up here would be the Retem region. All the little yellow dots scattered around the map would be the set locations for Randomite and Retem. And then here would be the Kvaris region. All the little yellow dots of course would be the Randomite scattered around in Kvaris. Now down in South Kvaris, there's another little series of caves with some Randomite inside of it here too. So you can see these little red lines represent the cave system with Randomite inside. Now on the left hand side here, like going into West Kvaris, this set of Randomite here is actually the tunnel that leads to Lost Central from South Kvaris. So even though it looks like this would be in West Kvaris, it's actually the tunnel that leads from South Kvaris into Lost Central. And then lastly, we have the Stia region. All the yellow dots on the map here would represent the Randomite in the Stia region. You can see these are all like pretty easy to get a hold of too. So definitely get out there and break these. Now, if you go to break these, it's well advised to try to have a party boost as well as a concert boost. So if you have a 4-player party and then you have like a concert buff as well, you'll actually get more minerals from the Randomite when you break it, because rare drop rate affects like how much stuff you get out of the Randomite when you pop it. And one more thing I do want to mention before it goes away is the Frozen World 22 AC scratch is going to be coming to an end. So if you have been scratching on this at 30 times and so forth, you get these Frozen World 22 tickets, which allows you to use this option here that's grayed out for me, exchange tickets for prizes you have, which allows you to pick any item you want from the prize list here. So make sure if you have been scratching on this and you have that exchange ticket, make sure that you go through and use your exchange tickets on the AC scratch there. And just for anyone in general, just go through the prize list and see if there's anything in this that you want to get, because it's the last moment before a lot of these items will probably just go up in price. So one last thing I'm going to remind you all about, I try to do this every week with maintenance whenever I make these videos, is if you go to base PSO2, you can actually get some casino star gems. And to access base PSO2 at any Ryuker, if you go to the Ryuker and you go to block transfer, and up at the very top is a transfer to PSO2 block. This is one way to get to base PSO2. Another way, now from the ship selection screen, once you select your ship, and inside of the screen here, when you go to select your character, there's an option that pops up for base PSO2 or PSO2 NGS. Now, PlayStation players, y'all do not have base PSO2 downloaded by default, and it's quite a big file. It's actually like an additional 70 gigabytes on top of the however big NGS is. I think altogether NGS with base PSO2 is somewhere around 100 and something gigs. So it's pretty big. But it's pretty worth to have, I would say, because base PSO2 you actually get a lot of star gems and a lot of just random things that you can use in NGS. Now upon logging into base PSO2, it'll put you in the Arks ship lobby right here in the middle by this elevator, or this is where it should normally put you anyways. If it's your first time playing, it's going to actually stick you through a tutorial, and you'll quickly be out through here after you run through the tutorial mission. It's pretty easy. But if you turn around and you go to this elevator right here to the shopping plaza and hit the button to go in, and you can just jump down here and turn around, and here's the casino entrance. Now inside of the casino entrance, when you run to the left, there's a prize attendant here, Chip, and at the very bottom he has limited prize exchanges here, and you can get star gems here. And usually I just trade in for the top option for the 10 star gems. Now you can do this per week per ship. And so in total, you could actually just get like 40 easy star gems if you had a character on all 4 ships, just by having some casino coins traded in. Now to get a hold of casino coins, if it's your first time in the casino, if you go over to this NPC right here, you can actually get some tasks that he has. He has some client orders that'll give you like casino passes as the first time reward. And if you have these casino passes, you can use them right here at the Wolrd. Now, another way that you can get a hold of casino passes that's really easy, and I try to suggest this all the time, I'll go ahead and show you all here. Now, from the main lobby again, if you run over to the left, there's a daily order attendant right here. And you can actually see I already have a green icon signifying I've completed some daily orders. So usually I try to just log in every day, at least once, to the base PSO2, and I'll just turn in one of these gathering item daily orders. And you see I have a whole lot of them. I just turn in one item, and it gets me a daily order clear. So if I turn in this one item here, this one gathering item, it's going to pop up that I've completed a daily order, and I get 5 casino passes, which is equal to 500 casino coins, or more, depending on RNG from the Wolrd. So you can actually like go through these daily orders here, and towards like the very bottom, there's usually like some gathering ones. That's usually the ones that I grab, because I just go through and I'll collect a whole bunch of these gathering items, and then I'm just stockpiled for a really long time for the future. And you can actually do these daily orders per character per day as well. So if you have your 3 free characters made, you could have 3 free characters making daily orders each day and get yourself at least a minimum of 1,500 casino coins, which is quite a bit, and that would just get your weekly 10 star gems. As well, another thing that you could do here from the daily orders is sometimes there's like daily order kills here. Some of them are kind of complicated to get a hold of, some of them are really easy, and some of the ones that they put here around the middle are actually like these collect item things. You can actually send your support partner out on in your room. You can actually make a support partner, and you can send these out to collect these. So that's a good way to collect some items too. It's like low effort gains for some weekly star gems. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for today. Have you been enjoying the winter event? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a wonderful day, friends. See you in the next one.